Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You already know you're rocking with the girl, the messy YouTuber, and we are about to get into this situation with Disney. I am really believing that this Disney parking garage is literally like demonic. There is something going on there because too many people have like attempted suicide or killed themselves or have been killed in this parking lot. So this right here, this is the latest woman who died. She literally jumped off the bridge, the 7th story, they say. And that's another thing we're going to get into because they say the 7th story, but it's literally listed as only having 6 stories. So where is this other story? Then there was a school principal who had just committed suicide. I think that was like back in December. And the weirdest thing about that was Christopher Christensen. He was 51. He died after jumping off the Mickey and Friends parking structure. And also, he was going through some stuff with his wife, whose name was like Marnie. I'm going to get into that as well. But his dad was also an employee of Disney and a sound engineer, which was really weird. So here's the weird consistencies between those two deaths. There's Marlena and then there's Marnie. Okay? And like I was telling y'all, this stuff has been going on for a long time because they have a lot of devil worshippers who love Disney. Y'all don't know. I have some videos on it, but Disney have a lot of sinister things about it. The children, that come out of their pipeline, the children that go there for their programming, and even the Kardashians was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So when you have this cursed parking lot and all these things happening, you have to look into, like, it's coming from somewhere. Either this was created on, like, some Indian grave structure, like an old Indian grave, or either these are curses that has been placed, there now. See, the new Mickey and Friends structure was just recently built, like in 2000, something like that. I don't know. But this is the old parking lot, you guys. And I want you to pay attention to what you see here. You see those you see that blue thing? Those devil worshippers and stuff like that, they love those items from this parking lot. Oh, it reminds us of when we grew up. I have never been so attached to something like that in my life. And I literally grew up in Jazzland, which turned to be Six Flags. That was my first job with all of my classmates. Our school was right down the street from Jazzland. So when Jazzland turned to Six Flags, I'm just saying, I could have been hurt too. And we could have been stealing paraphernalia and say, oh, remember this, but we didn't. Why? Because it's not a curse and we're not attached. And y'all already know, I be telling y'all about y'all evil influencers. And look at her, eating your food in the Mickey and Friends parking lot because crowds give you anxiety. But you love, girl, that don't make no sense. You have anxiety, you eat in the parking lot. Nah, you eat in that parking lot for a different reason. And those who know, okay? Like this big Mickey lover right here. All right, y'all have to realize that the Kardashians, are so-called witches, okay? And you know what? She is a witch. She went to Armenia and she got this name, Earth Goddess. Okay, and y'all know that she loved that Mother Mary interpretation and all that stuff like that. So this is literally Chris giving her the Tinkerbell sign in the Disney parking lot.
And it was remember, it was the parking lot sign at the top of the pole. Yeah.
When Courtney was a little girl, we used to always go to Disneyland and park in the parking lot, and on the top of the pillars were these amazing signs made out of tin, and on each sign there was one of the Disney characters. So we would always know where we were parked, and we would say, oh, we gotta go back to Tinkerbell. This gift is so sentimental and really reminds me of Courtney's childhood, and I know it'll mean a lot to her. But I still can't believe that my first and oldest is 40 years old.
This child received so much programming from Disneyland that she's just completely obsessed with it. Her dad probably took her to ride this ride like 2 times a week. Don't you know that in some parts of Disney, there's like these backstage areas, and certain things have been found in these backstage areas, like children desk and torture tools and stuff like that show that somebody's been back there doing something. This woman here found this right next to her car in the Mickey and Friends parking garage. And then you have to realize that the escalator is a free span escalator. It's one of the largest in the world. So I wonder, you know, what is under there? How is that set up? Is there some type of garage under there? Because we're missing the floor, clearly. Like, and I could not find any blueprint, like with the state or anything. Like, I need to know where the floor is. And when you're on the escalator, I'm telling y'all, it got sinister. When you look at some of these Mickey enthusiasts, you know, and I'm going to show you them too. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned.
I don't know, like, what type of person would do this, but... Are you talking to somebody? This is bad. Okay, so we just parked.
And here's evidence-based proof, you know, that they have been reporting the structures incorrectly. 6 stories, 7 stories. There's a legit 666 that was in front of the parking structure. Like, you have to watch out for these things, okay? And I really do believe, look at this right here, you guys, because I'm starting to believe that the walk is what gets people into this trance, because you're tired and you're taking this long walk, and I heard the trams barely come. Just listen to how winded this woman sounds on this walk. Like, who can really do this walk after a whole day of Disney? And if I was her, you know, I'd be having an out-of-body experience.
This is where they have the downtown Disney people park. You can get, I want to say, 3 free hours of parking. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to check, because I don't park there because I get parking included with my Magic Key Pass. So of course I always park at the Mickey and Friends structure.
They literally give incentives to park at this horrible garage.
If you're going in the park, because time goes by really fast and really slow in the park somehow, and you lose all track of time. There's really only one clock at both Disneyland and California Adventure, and it's a Small World, and it's because it has a clock tower that chimes every 15 minutes, which is right here to my right hand side, is long and boring. There's not really anything to look at. I mean, it's not unattractive, but I'm always surprised that they don't set up something for us to look at. At least here in this area, you can hear the music that's playing on the tram line. That's the tram music playing. And then when you hit this ramp, you know you're close to the parking garage. Now, still with me, I will tell you, when you take this way, you hit the Pixar and Friends area of the parking garage first. So if you parked on the Mickey and Friends side like I did, there's no need to panic, because the parking garage is actually connected. So it's easy to get.
So right here is the escalator that I'm referring to. And something is not right about that. These things just come off to me so weird. They're like, it's like so much energy coming at me, just like, horrible, Lauren, horrible, horrible, look under, horrible, horrible. And let me tell you, Mickey, Disney plays a lot of games. Look at this right here. This right here unknowingly upsets kids. We have a smiling face, and then we have a sad face. It's like that, just like Jekyll and Hyde. It's like that Mardi Gras mask, happy and sad. No wonder kids be losing their shit in Disney. And you see this right before you hop onto one of the horrific escalators. I'm telling y'all, y'all better watch yourself, because Disney plays mind games. There is something missing in this video. Hold on.
Disney messing with your mind all the time.
This guy give me the creeps. You know, he would know so much about Disney, little Satanist. Okay, y'all better watch out for these people. Check it out.
Daisy that, which I really appreciate them doing that. I kind of love Daisy. Level number 1 is the Chip and Dale level. Chip and Dale. Now, most people don't know that it's Chip and Dale. They just think of it as level number. I kind of love Daisy. Level number 1 is the Chip and Dale level. Chip and Dale. Now, most people don't know that it's Chip and Dale. They just think of it as level number 1. But
He's
it's
throwing
technically
hand
Chip and Dale,
signals, y'all.
and I
Keep
think
paying
the color
attention
is
to the hand
brown.
signals he's giving.
But
He's
to get
talking to the
little
people
button, I'll show
that's
you.
in the
Little button
know.
has Chip and Dale on it.
If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, and we all know about little buttons in the anal department as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Chip and Dale, something, it don't sit right with me. Like, is it poo booty? Is it blood? Is it buttons in the anus that's causing the programming for the kids that you're bringing down there? You know, what is it? I want y'all to take a trip with me to the mind of MK Ultra Slave. Let's imagine that there's a little girl that's been down there since 2 years old. Every now and then, a man, her handler, takes her up to the park, right? Because she got to go to the other rides to experience trauma. She see these signs, the smiling duck, and she knows the mean duck, okay? She knows that this duck can get mean. She knows that when she jumps on It's a Small World, that everybody's going to exit and she's going to go to a different area. She's being taken to a backstage area. Her handler is saying, see, everybody's happy to be here. Everybody's happy to get on this ride. What do you think is going to happen to her when she break loose from Disney? If she does get away, because a lot of times they die. If she does get away, she's going to say, Disney is bad. No, I was tortured there in the parking lot. La, la, la. People gonna say that couldn't have happened because Disney is the happiest place on earth. That doesn't happen here. I got on It's a Small World several times. I never got tortured, and her story will go overlooked. And this is happening a lot, and I'm getting sad right now because it's very sad. So y'all just let me know what y'all think.